Hey everyone, I need your attention for 1 minute. This is not one of those ads. This is something that has changed my entire life. If you've been listening to this podcast, you know that this is all about personal development as the foundation for everything good in your life. And this podcast is now sponsored by Growth Day, which is the world's first all-in-one personal development app. I mean, oh my gosh, can you imagine having everything all in one place that you need to create the life that you want? Now you can. So if you've been struggling with your motivation, your mood, your productivity, or your purpose, you have to check this out. Growth Day helps you consciously change your life and achieve your potential. It has all the self-improvement tools, motivational classes, and life coaching all in one place. So many of us want to improve our lives, but the question is how? Where do we start? What do we use? How do you get unstuck? How do you make self-improvement stick? Well, research shows how. It's when you consistently journal, track your habits, set goals, learn from empowering mentors, and challenge yourself that you'll be happier, healthier, and more successful. But let me ask you something. Where do you actually do all of your personal development work? I have to tell you that over 300,000 people use Growth Day for a reason. It works. It's the world's #1 software for self-improvement. Growth Day has an amazing mindset journal that I absolutely love, a habit tracker, and a goal-setting system. In fact, I bet if you went to my stories this week, you probably saw me using the journaling app and telling you to do it too, because it's the first time that journaling has ever actually stuck consistently in my life because of this app. And best of all, Growth Day has live inspirational classes every single week from the world's top motivational speakers and life coaches. These are people who have impacted my life in huge ways. These are mentors who I already knew and loved. In fact, this is something that's so huge for me, you guys. I personally teach a class in Growth Day every single month, and it is one of the most fun things that I get to do, and I'd love to see you there. These classes will truly shift your life. There's always something new that you will learn. So join me and 300,000 achievers growing our lives with actual real intention. Visit growthday.com/Lori for a free trial. Yes, you can try this for free. So go to growthday.com/Lori and go live your best life. You guys, that's growthday.com/Lori. And I can't wait to see you there.
This is the busiest I have ever been in my entire life, but I'm the happiest I have ever been in my entire life. And why is that? It's because I'm truly almost doing all of the things, besides a few things in life that you kind of, I don't know if you can ever get rid of certain things, that I love.
And we're back.
With another episode of He Said, She Said.
Babe, everything just keeps folding, or I should say unfolding our way, and I'm so grateful.
Yeah, that is what this episode is going to be about. If you've been listening to the last few episodes, we have been in just massive flow, massive magnet season. And for anyone listening to this who is not in magnet season, this too can happen for you. But I believe that there is a series of things that we have shifted into in order to do that. And also, this comes from a phrase that we have just coined, don't break the magnet, because that has become our new kind of guiding principle and interrupter into reminding us how to get back into magnet state.
Okay, so here's what you don't know, actually. I did an episode about 2 weeks ago on how, like, oh my God, everything just like keeps showing up for us. We're getting all these checks, all this money, all these opportunities, all these things like pouring in daily that are unexpected, unsolicited, unsold, whatever, you know what I mean? Like,
let's just say it's not always like this.
It's just showing up. And so you don't even know that I just did that episode a couple of weeks ago on my own.
Yeah.
And I listed a number of reasons why I think it is. I'm kind of curious, to get your reasons on this one. But I think you could kind of explain, like, what is magnet season? Start with that.
Well, I want to start with saying that I think in order to sometimes have magnet season, you have to have repellent season. And I think that magnet season is so amplified for me right now because I just came out of repelling things for a while and not understanding why. And so magnet season is when you are in flow, when you are in alignment, when you like think something last week and this week, you're like, how has this shown up in my life? And I know that we can do that a lot in our lives, but sometimes things don't show up, right? We can pray for things, we can manifest things, we can meditate on things, we can visualize things. And it's like, why is this not working? But I think we have to look at where we are putting our energy and what we are thinking during that time. And some of you might be thinking, but I think I'm doing all the right things. But this episode is about catching those little things and also remembering that you might be out of alignment in certain areas in your life. So for me with magnet season, Chris, I've noticed that one of the biggest shifts in order for these dominoes to start tipping was to start really getting clear on what felt in alignment for me. And
get more specific.
I was, doing certain things in my life, whether it was programs or whether it was the way I was podcasting that didn't feel good. So let's do an example. Podcasting. I was only doing Zooms and I was starting to feel really drained. And I thought that the reason that I was doing Zooms was to make my life more convenient, to make my life feel easier because they're quick. I don't have to go meet people. I don't have to book the studios. I don't have to pay extra to do it. And what I realized is that it was actually draining me because I was resisting wanting to do the hard work. That's where magnet season comes from, is when you stop resisting to do the hard work and you do the hard work that it takes in order to put yourself in alignment. And so now I've set up these in-person podcasts with my incredible team, and I'm going to be filming in person. And just alone the excitement of doing this and knowing it's going to be in person and knowing that I'm going to get incredible content from it that's going to make my life easier and people are going to be able to feel that energy. Just that one simple shift I've noticed has been huge for being able to turn the magnet on.
Well, so the episode that I referenced where I said, you don't even know I did this one, I was saying ever since we got back to our Newport home, like everything just keeps unfolding the way we want. And this isn't about one place being better than the other. It's about we are happiest here. Mm-hmm. And when we're here, because we're our happiest, we're kind of attracting, calling in, or just because we're bouncing around so happy, people want to partner with us more, or people want to do more deals with us, et cetera, right?
Right. I think back to when we lived in Minneapolis. It's not that if you're in a place where right now in your soul, it's not where you're meant to be permanently. It doesn't mean that you can't access this particular season or this particular feeling. It just means that this is like the next level for you. So you can obviously still unlock a lot of things, but Chris is right. I have always known that my soul is not meant to be in the desert. I am a water person. I'm a fire sign. So like when I am in the desert, I just literally feel like I'm burning up. Like I don't feel balanced. I can't get grounded. And when I'm here, I just notice that I feel next level. I get a lot more energy. So if you're feeling defeated because you're like, maybe I'm in a spot that I shouldn't be, you can still absolutely access this, but also know that the next level is waiting for you eventually when you're ready for that.
Okay. So let's kind of get to one of the parts I was most excited to talk about. That is every time you're like, don't break the magnet. Don't break the magnet. Explain what that is.
So sometimes with Chris, I can be annoying. I know that sounds shocking.
Shocker.
I know that's so weird. Instead of saying things like, because, sometimes you can be judgmental or get irritated in the car or
that's an understatement.
Flip people
Just tell them
off
like it is.
Or swear or lose your temper.
I have something called Chris fits.
Chris fits.
And I can get really pissed off really quickly.
I don't want you to be defined by your Chris fits, though.
Well, that's why.
This is where I get annoyed.
That's why you're teaching me to not break the magnet.
So I said the other day, don't break the magnet, because it's such a clear picture of you're a magnet right now. The second that you judge someone or you flip someone off or, you say something rude about someone, that is where you put the repellent on.
You really
your
painted
magnet.
me in a good picture there.
Okay. It's not all the time, but sometimes I'll just have these moments where he's irritated with people.
Or with anything.
And you don't step into empathy as easily as me, but you also have a lot of traits that I need. So we're a really, really great balance.
I step into what the F is your problem. What were you thinking?
Right. But then you easily access empathy when I help you. And that's magnetizing.
Well, it's been a great reminder. But listen, I want to attract good things. I want to be in flow all the time. I want to be positive all the time. And my natural demeanor, this is funny. I'm the tale of two, what's the phrase here? I'm two sides of a coin. I'm butchering something there, but like I wake up and I am by default always happy. Like I am a happy person.
It really is. Always.
But then it doesn't
morning.
take much to really piss me off, right? And so I'm either one extreme or the other. Mm-hmm. And so it's good because I prefer to be happy and attract all the good things. So the other day when you're like, hey, don't break the magnet. You're breaking the magnet. It was the greatest, least annoying of everything that you ever say in terms of when you're trying to redirect me. It was the least annoying, most effective way to be like, oh my God, black and white, that's what it is. I'm breaking the magnet and I don't want to do it because everything is going our way. So it's a great reminder to quickly just reframe. And then I got to say it to you this morning. Remember, like, go to the gym, don't go to the gym, go to the gym, don't go to the gym. And I think you were getting whatever, a little pissy
annoyed
about
with
it.
You? Yeah.
And I'm like, babe, you're breaking the magnet.
And it was kind of annoying.
But it worked. And if you use it on me, I get to use it on you. So you can't call it annoying.
And I use the podcast example, but there's so many examples of getting back into alignment in your life. But I think the thing I want you to do a little life scan on right now is to think about the places where if you put the extra mile in, you would actually enjoy your life more and you'd be doing the things that you love doing a lot more. And the other day I was telling Chris, this is the busiest I have ever been in my entire life, but I'm the happiest I have ever been in my entire life. And why is that? It's because I'm truly almost doing all of the things besides a few things in life that I don't know if you can ever get rid of certain things that I love. I am doing things right now that I love. I'm putting more work in to, elevate the podcast. I'm putting more work in to do girlfriends and business events. I am putting more work in to launch something that we're about to launch that we've never been more excited about in our entire lives. That's never been more in alignment in our entire lives.
Oh, do you mean dinner series?
I do.
Why are you laughing?
Because it sounded like you just got tongue-tied and said dinner theories.
Dinner theories? Do you mean dinner theories?
Dinner theories, guys. We're going to be discussing theories of dinner.
Dinner series is the dopest thing that we have ever put together. Straight networking. Nobody will be there unless you are there to network. Like, unless you're there to
grow your network.
Like share business tips, unless you're there to share contacts, unless you're there to find that missing piece to your business or refer someone that's a missing piece to their business. It is straight curated networking right to the point. I don't know why no one's ever just gotten right to the point instead of like building such a large container of fluff before, including us.
I think that people have. I think that this is just really, really clear with less time focused on putting people together and accelerating networking, like us giving them the questions to ask each other so it's not awkward. I think a lot of people don't know how to get the answers and extract things that they need from their network in a way that doesn't seem like, oh, I didn't even ask about that person's life. Like if you're in there, you care about people and you also care about their business and your business. So
gorgeous curated networking dinners. One of them is going to be a gala to celebrate their success. Each dinner preceded by a half day of just straight networking exercises. And it's our circle of influence. It's like our friends, everyone that we do business, all this stuff. The talent of the room is going to be absolutely amazing.
And a side note that people don't think about, Chris and I have always noticed that when we are at events or when we go to charity galas or when we go to different things, all of a sudden people get extremely interested in our content and extremely interested in working with us. And so this is stuff that you guys forget about your audiences. They're always watching you. And if you're not doing anything interesting, if you're not getting dressed up, if you're always in your pajamas, which not a bad thing necessarily, you kind of need to see both. But if your life looks boring, if you don't look like you are networking with people that they would want to be around, they're not interested in your life.
It's true. And if you're not being a magnet, like literally what we were just talking about, and if you are not showing up like a magnet, including when you come to this thing, you got to show up like a magnet. Otherwise, people just aren't interested in what you're doing unless you have that magnetism about you. Hey, listen, we're going to open up the first few seats at the dinner table coming up in a couple of weeks here. The way to get the text to be able to have first dibs, because there's going to be way more of you that are getting a text than there are dinner table seats. All you have to do is go ahead and text us the word dinner to 310-421-0416. Again, text the word dinner right now. Like hit pause, text the word dinner to 310-421-0416, and then we'll put you on that early access VIP list.
If you're feeling stuck or if you're questioning if you're good enough for this room, that is exactly where you should be. That's what this is about. It's about getting uncomfortable. It's about accessing people you wouldn't normally have access to. It's about growing your network quickly, but this is not an easy thing. Like Chris and I do these things all of the time, and you should be reaching to get in the rooms that make you uncomfortable. That's what you and I do.
Yep.
We're never, I swear to God, if you could record the conversations on the car on the way to these things, we're like, oh, this is so uncomfortable, but I know we need it. And I know we're going to have the best time ever after, but it's just always so challenging. That is where you're supposed to be. That's the sweet spot.
I don't even know if you noticed. Did you know that half my elite mastermind is already committed to being there? Like they've already signed up and to being there.
That is insane.
Yeah. So 7-figure, 8-figure earners, like all the people who are just crushing it and have momentum right now, they're going to be. Anyhow, okay, enough about that. Seriously, hit pause, text the word dinner to 310-421-0416. But I really want to put a bow on this whole idea of magnetism. When you said to me the other day, don't break the magnet, it changed everything for me. It allowed me to quickly snap back into magnetism, into positivity, into attracting what I want to attract instead of breaking the flow of good things that we've been getting. And I'm going to urge or encourage everyone, like whether you use that phrase or something else with yourself or with a partner. Of course, first you got to explain what it means if it's with a partner or with friends. It truly, truly works. And I would urge you guys to try it and let us know.
We're so grateful for you. We really hope that we get to spend this next year with you having incredible conversations and dinners. And we will see you next week.
Don't break the magnet!
Want to know a huge secret to my success? Okay, not only my success, but just about every single person that I have interviewed on this podcast who is successful has this in common. You guys, they love to journal. They capture their life lessons and what they're grateful for. But a lot of people don't keep this up consistently. And most people do know that the research shows that journaling deepens your gratitude and increases self-awareness. But did you also know that journaling decreases stress and helps you achieve your goals faster? In fact, journaling is a huge differentiator between average performers at work and high-performing people. It leads to longer-term clarity, confidence, and success. So why don't more people journal? Why didn't I journal consistently? Honestly, they don't like staring at a blank page. It's hard to carry a book around with you or a notepad, and they just don't even know what to write about, or they just forget. That's why I know that you're going to love Growth Day. It's the world's #1 system for self-improvement, and it's like all-in-one personal development in an app. And it has an awesome digital journal, and people love it. Growth Day's digital journal has hundreds of research-backed writing prompts for self-reflection, positive mindset, confidence building, and success. I use them all the time, and it makes me think in ways that I typically don't, and it makes me ask myself better questions, which we all know gets better results in our life. It even has prompts that help you develop a daily, weekly, or monthly habit of reflecting on your life and identifying areas to grow. So it's a perfect time of year to start journaling, you guys. When you sign up at Growth Day, you also get systems for habit tracking, goal setting, and scoring, and improving every area of your life. Best of all, I get to teach there too, you guys. I'm so excited. I hope that I get to see you. I teach live in Growth Day every single month with a new topic just for you. So join me there. Start your free trial at growthday.com/Lori. Hey, do you know what the big secret is this year? And it shouldn't be a secret because this should be your biggest focus. It is building your community. I am always working on building and nurturing my community, and everyone is talking about the power of community. Without an online community, you just cannot grow organically or create a real movement, which is what I know that we're all after. And you can build trust or monetize your audience. When you get community right, Not only does your audience grow faster, but so do your sales. But where's everybody going to be managing their communities these days? And a lot of online entrepreneurs and thought leaders are turning to Circle.so. Circle is an all-in-one community platform. It lets you host content and create discussions, live streams, group chats, and memberships all under your own brand. And what's so cool about Circle.so is that you don't even need a website or Facebook group. Instead, Circle lets you build your own community site where you can host content and manage your members. You can even create locked and unlocked content spaces, groups, and classes. How freaking cool is that? You can put your content behind a paywall too, and you can charge different amounts of money for different spaces on your community site. Circle.so is famously easy to use, and it has a free 14-day trial for you, so you can go check it out, see if you like it, see if you love all the options. Just go to Circle.so. Go check it out right now, you guys. Imagine being able to manage your community, start group chats and live classes, and accept payments all in one place. Kind of mind-blowing, since this is usually spread all over the place. You have to log into so many different things. If this is the year to capture, organize, and monetize your community, head over to Circle.so. You can get a free trial and start building your online community right now. Just go to Circle.so. You guys, you get the 14-day free trial. So just go and see if it's for you. It's going to streamline everything and make your life so much easier. It's so freaking cool.